Today we're going to make a shark jawbone or piranha bracelet. It's called that because of its design. It looks like a bunch of teeth. Well, I'm going to use a smaller end caps to make it. And I'm going to use dark blue and yellow. The two pieces are going to be joined together, so I need to measure about 4 feet from each one to make a bracelet for my arm, which is about an 8-inch bracelet. So I'm just going to measure by wrapping around the ruler here. Okay, that's 4 feet for that one. Just take a pair of scissors, cut it. Now I'll measure the yellow. Three and 4. And I'll cut that piece. Okay, those are going to be our two pieces to make the design. First thing we need to do is connect the two ends together here. So we're going to do that by first melting one end, then melting the other end, and then pushing them together to let them solidify. So let's get our flame started. And we'll just let that melt for a sec. Okay, that's good. Now we'll take the other one and do the same thing. And now while they're still both hot and soft, we're going to put them together. And just using my fingers here, I'm going to shape it a little bit so it's a bit smoother. As you can see, they're stuck together. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is weave the two pieces into the bracelet ends here. I'm going to start with this end here. This is the top, it curves this way. I'm going to put the two colors over the top. And under, pull them through. And when we get close to the end here, I want to make sure that this part goes underneath. So to finish it, we pull this part through. So we're basically making a loop here. And now I need to move the pieces a bit to get them adjusted right. Okay, and when you pull it tight, you have this piece right under the bottom. And I use a jig. I'm going to set the jig for an 8-inch bracelet. This just lets me keep things tight and makes it a bit easier to work with. And I will snap this piece into the jig here. Now I've got the other piece. I'm going to snap it into the jig here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go over the top and pull it through underneath. So over the top, pull it through underneath. Okay, the first thing we need to discuss is there's a right-hand side and a left-hand side. The side that's going to make the dominant pattern is going to be the right-hand side. So whatever color you want to be the dominant pattern, you want to make sure that's on the right-hand side. If you happen to have it switched around, it's not going to look the way you expected. So in this case, I want the yellow to be the dominant color in the design, and as the design gets developed, you see how that dominant color really stands out. So basically, it's a very simple weave. You're going to start with the left piece here, and you're going to put it through right in between the two pieces, and pull it through so you have a loop here. Now the right piece, the yellow piece, is going to go underneath the black piece here, and it's going to go through, and it's going to go underneath here. So it's not going through the loop, it's going underneath the loop. And you're going to pull that tight. And you get a design that looks something like that for your very first knot. At this point, what I usually do is I take my jig and I tighten it just a little bit because I never get that first knot tight enough to get these good and tight. So I just adjust it just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to do it the opposite end. Again, the yellow one's being on the left side is going to go through the middle. The black piece is going to go under the yellow piece, through the middle of the two ropes, and underneath the yellow loop here. And we're going to pull that forward and nice and tight. Keeping even tightness on this design is important, otherwise it's going to look a little ragged. So you want to make sure every time you pull tight, it goes tight. So again, taking this side in between, the left side underneath here, you want it to be under, through the middle, underneath, and we're going to pull it tight. Let me get a few more done quickly and you will start seeing the pattern. Oops, I did that one wrong. That's one thing that's good about paracord. If you know what the design is supposed to look like as you're doing the pieces, you can spot where you make mistakes. Also, be careful that you don't get any bunching up. Like here, it's sort of warped a little bit from having been originally stored like this. So when you see pieces like that, you want to make sure they get smoothed out so that they don't mess up your design. As you can see here, I got distracted while I was doing it, and that doesn't look the same as the other two pieces, so I made an error there. And again, it's very easy to correct when you make an error. Just pull the design out. Okay, again, we're going to go yellow here, through the center, black through and underneath, and pull it tight. As you can see here, the black, or dark blue rather, is sort of going straight on each of these, and the yellows are going at a diagonal here. So we'll go again, get another one. Yellow through, black underneath, through the center again, and under the yellow here. Pull it tight. And again, yellow here. And black through the center, under, and pull it tight. So basically, what you're doing is you're always starting with the dominant color, the color that's making the design for you. That color is going always through the center, and it's going over the non-dominant color, and then the non-dominant color goes through, underneath the dominant color on this side, and we pull tight. I'll do two more to show you, then I'm going to stop the video and finish this so that you can don't have to sit through all the time it takes to weave it. And then I'll turn it back on again to finish the project off. So again, watch out for the loops here. Make sure the paracord is nice and flat when you're working. Otherwise you end up with strange bits in your design. Okay, again here you can see the non-dominant color is going straight across, and the dominant color goes across at an angle. And again, I have a twist in the paracord here I have to work out. And you see the dominant color goes at an angle. Okay, I'm going to stop the video right now to get this finished. And when I get the braiding done, I'll come back to show you how to finish off the bracelet. Okay, we're at the last few braids we need to do, and as you can see, the pattern's looking nice with the yellow being dominant. If you look on this side though, the blue is the dominant. So depending on how you choose to wear it, you can change the dominant side. I've just got two last ones to get here, and as you can see, it gets a little harder when you get towards the end because I'm working with the smaller buckle, and there's just not as much flex between the ropes here. Okay, one more we'll do here to finish it off. Okay, I think I'm going to squeeze one more out of this, just to make sure this is all filled in very nicely here. Again, on this last one, be sure that you get the non-dominant color underneath the dominant color here, because you might miss it otherwise because you're working with such a tight space here. And just pull that through. Okay, so that finishes the weaving on the bracelet. Taking it out of the jig now. So you can see the design better here. And it, like I say, you turn it on the other side, it has blue as the color of the design. But of course the bracelet goes together like this, so the yellow is on the dominant side and makes the pattern. Now what we need to do is we have to finish it off, and basically we're going to cut these two pieces here and burn the ends. If you want, and you've got room to squeeze them through, you can pull them through here. I'm not sure if I can get enough free space here or not. What I did, I just put the pliers through to open that up a little bit. I'm going to actually pass both of these through here. Let's see. Okay, so what I did, I just tucked those two pieces underneath here. I'm going to trim them off, and then I'll apply flame to them quickly to burn them so they don't unravel. Okay, so that's keeping them out of sight so that they don't spoil your presentation. I'm going to put the pliers underneath here like this, just to keep the flame away from the buckle. And just burn those tight. And then what I'm going to do is tap them together here. And I need to burn them just a little bit more. I didn't get quite enough. Okay, and I'm just going to push them together here. Now it's nice and tight there, so it won't come apart. The burning actually joined the pieces together here, so that's good and steady. And here we go. This is your shark jawbone or piranha paracord bracelet. I hope you enjoyed doing the project yourself. Have a great day now.